So yeah, here is the boat. And I still have to get used to it because it is massive. Just going from a 41 foot, an older 41 foot monohull to a 49 foot catamaran. It will get some time before I'm used to this. So yeah, I arrived yesterday and I had a good, well, I didn't have a good flight, but I arrived here. Oh man, the whole boat is just filled up with sand, so it's definitely time for a cleaning. Look at that. This is just all shot, but look at all the sand in there. It's time for a good clean today. So we already did a full tour in the last video, so I'm not gonna do a full tour again. We're gonna focus on what we need to fix to make it livable and to start the projects to get going, because in about 1 month, a month and a bit, I want to be leaving here to go to Mexico, and then we'll continue the refit there, because we're not gonna be done in 1 month, but we're gonna make it saleable, we're gonna make it livable, and then head out. One of the first things we need to do is fix the water, because during the sea trials, when I turned on the water pressure, the boat filled up with water, so there was a leak somewhere. That's something we need to go into, and yeah, we're gonna start with some other projects, which is the sailback, repairing the sail, because for those I need some other people. We're gonna start with the electronics. That's something I'm gonna do, so we're gonna install a huge lithium system with a big inverter and everything. So that's gonna be a very interesting video and process. And yeah, let's get this going. One of the first projects we'll start heading into is creating a new sailback, a new lazy back, because this one is chafed through. The previous owner left it chafing on the soft top, so this one is also done. The fabric of this one is also just completely gone. You can see it also from the windows. And this also left some holes in the sail. So yeah, we're gonna get a new one made up. I'm still debating on which manufacturer we're going for. There's some good ones out there. We're looking at Doyle, we're looking at Mag Sails. They make a stack pack, and yeah, we're looking at some local manufacturers. So we're gonna have a look at which one fits best, which one has the nicest design and the sturdiest design, and then we're gonna go for that. I built the last one on my old boat. I built that one myself with a sewing machine. It lasted very well, so yeah, I'm looking for something similar, but I'm not gonna make this one because it's just huge and I don't have enough time to make it as well. So some parts we have to delegate. As you can see, one task that's already ticked off the box is installing Starlink, because of course we need a connection, we need internet to figure out this stuff, to set everything up, and yeah, to be connected, because there's a lot of Googling, there's a lot of ordering online, and yeah, we'll be spending a lot of money in the coming month.
Well guys, this is also part of the dream, sleeping under my jacket and a blanket I found, because there's nothing on board. No sleeping bag, there's some pillows, but no duvet or bed sheets or anything like that, so that's definitely the task for today. I knew it was gonna be cold in the evenings. Like during the day it's quite nice, but in the evenings it gets quite cold here in San Diego at the end of the season. So yeah, today I'll have to do a run to IKEA to get some bedding stuff, because I was freezing last night. I'm wearing a sweater, I'm even wearing my thermos, but yeah, that was not a great night. So yeah, it's time to go shopping to improve our sleeping situation.
Something else we already did is get some bed sheets and a duvet and some pillows, because I was freezing the first night. I didn't have anything because the boat was completely empty. So we're just sleeping under my jacket and a tiny blanket I found. But yeah, now we have a nice warm duvet, because it gets quite cold here in San Diego in October. So yeah, that's something we already did, but the whole boat is gonna need a good cleaning. We need to go through all the stuff, because there's boxes and boxes full of stuff everywhere. We have to figure out how everything works. Yeah, here as well, there's just so much stuff on the boat. So yeah, we have to go through everything, go through every box, see what's in there, and just figure out what we need, what we keep, what we can throw away, and what we still need to buy, because yeah, there will be a long list. I already got my Amazon Prime because I will be ordering a lot from Amazon and other stores. And just around here there's every marine store you can imagine, plus every other store you can imagine. Like if you want to consume stuff, the US is a very good spot. So yeah, we're happy with that. We can buy everything. I got a car for the first month, so I can drive around, because walking around doesn't cut it here. So I got a car to be able to move around easily. So yeah, this first week is gonna be full of organizing. We have to buy storage containers, we have to buy everything for the kitchen, we have to buy everything to live here. Because there's not a lot that came with the boat. Like I left almost everything I had back on Pinta that was boat related or living related. I only flew with my bags and my tools, which are already 7 huge bags. I just couldn't take any more stuff with me. So yeah, we still need to buy a lot more stuff here to make it a livable boat, like plates, bowls, forks, pans, pots, whatever, like everything we'll need. And I will run into a lot of stuff that, yeah, every time I want to cook something, I won't have. But yeah, we can buy everything here. And we also have to do something about the lighting, because just these horrible white LEDs, and I think this is just still a halogen bulb or something like that. Like everything is just very bright lighting, and yeah, everything is just very bright lighting, and they're in some weird location. This one kind of works, this one doesn't work. Oh, I think, no, wait, this one does work, but it's also bright white. In the holes, only a couple lights work. In my bedroom, no lights work. There's a light here, doesn't work. That one doesn't work. Here's one that does work. This one works, also bright white. No lights here. This one here doesn't work. Yeah, and the cables, they run through the walls or something, because this is just the hull itself. There's no cover or anything like that. So yeah, we'll have to figure it out. See some water damage there. So yeah, there's a lot to figure out here on the boat. The other side is very similar, like half of the lights don't work. So that's gonna be fun, figuring out how everything works, how everything is connected. Same with the water system. I have no idea. There's a water tank in both fronts, in both hulls. How they're connected, I have no idea. There are 4 taps in the kitchen, in the galley. Well, this one kind of speaks for itself. That's the main tap. We got one more, we got one more, we got one more. This is soap. Yeah, how it all works, how it's all connected. There's a water filtration system here, there's valves, there's things. Yeah, this is gonna be some figuring out. It's like a maze that I still have to get into my head, get into like how everything is fitting together. On my old boat, I kind of knew everything by now, because I've been everywhere and I took pictures and I had drawings. This one, yeah, I still have to figure everything out. I will have to dig into every locker. I will have to make some drawings how stuff has been run, electricity-wise and water-wise and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be a big project figuring everything out. Here in the front is actually the water tank. They're in the front of the boat, which seems to be weight distribution-wise a little bit weird to me, but well, that's where they are at. There's a water pump there. There's also one in the other hull. So we're now in the forward bow of the hulls. There's also one in the other hull. And this one works. The other side I haven't kept working again. That probably has something to do with how the whole electricity on that side is not really working properly. So yeah, that's something we'll need to figure out as well. Add it to the list. We did get the water taps working though. Like now they're working, and if we turn them off, the water pump stops as well. I think they had under there, I think they had a washing machine there, and there were some connectors there that were still open. So whenever you would turn on the pump, it would just flow out there. So yeah, I closed them off. That seems to be working for now, so that's good. So we can work from there. Okay guys, so I did a lot of shopping because we need to store all the bags that I brought with me. So I bought a lot of containers to store stuff. I bought stuff for the home, hangers, clothes hangers. Lots of Amazon packages are coming in because we need to literally load up the boat with stuff before we leave before the end of the year. Got a nice toolbox to store all my tools in, and we got some sorting containers to start sorting all the stuff that I bought. So yeah, let's start bringing out all the large bags we have, and yeah, let's start filling them up and sorting it. Let's get all these containers set up next to each other, and then we'll just start grabbing bags and start emptying them out and spreading it out. Some wall outlets, European wall outlets, because of course they are hard to buy here in the US, so took those with me as well. Already know I need more containers. I will need more containers. Okay, so we got most of it organized. I got all my electric tools in here. We got some sandpaper and other tool accessories in there. We got this for new projects, tools, everything, pumps, everything. Here we have some random stuff that I still need to figure out. It's for sewing, clips, tapes, everything. Lots of electronic stuff, cables and connectors and stuff like that. Here we still have a bag full of some ropes that I took from my old boat, climbing harness and everything to go up the mast, so that still needs to find a spot. Probably in there. Yes, and here we have a sorting box that I am sorting all my screws and everything in. Screws, nuts, bolts, everything in there. Really like these. Really nice Klein tools. I'll post a link in the description to those. And yeah, and here I have my other tools. They came in this box, but I just filled it up with the other tools. So that's nice. Everything organized. And in here I got my toolbox. Instead of just having a box, I now got one with drawers, which is amazing because that way the thing I need is not always on the bottom. So yeah, this is really nice. It's from Refit, but you also have them from Milwaukee, DeWalt, and many other brands make stuff like this. If you like this, I can lock them so they don't open when we're sailing, and yeah. Love it. It's sturdy and could even stack up another one on there if I want to expand it. Yes, and here we're on the starboard stern, and yeah, this is where I now stacked up all the old suitcases. I'll probably reuse one where my family comes over so they can bring some more stuff over, and the others I will just give away on Facebook Marketplace or something like that. Next project is gonna go through all the stuff that's already on the boat. There's a lot of stuff and parts and random shit on there that I will still need to figure out. So that's something. And the toilet situation. These are composting heads. Like, they're actually supposed to be really nice ones. They're about 1,000 or something like that, like 1,000 US each. I don't know if I'm a fan of them. They look really ugly. Like, the good thing is you're not throwing anything overboard, so you don't need a septic tank and stuff like that. There's no holes in your boat. It should just be airing out. But I don't know if I'm a big fan of that. Like you open it up and then you sit down. It should be to the front, so it goes down these holes and it goes into this little tank that you can empty out. And then when you need to poop, you open up this lid. It just drops in there. And then on the side here you can mix it. So there's like some, there's some natural fibers in there. And with this you can mix your poop in there. And then there should be a fan here that should be turning to air it out and dry it out. And that should create, that should be good. It should not smell and everything like that. But it's a huge thing and they look really ugly to me. So probably gonna go to normal toilets, probably some electric toilets. But yeah, let's for now this is what we're working with until we can have the boat hauled out. Because if we want to install a normal toilet, we'll need a true hull. So yeah. This is what we're working with. Another project problem for the list. This one works. The engine has electricity. It makes a noise. It even starts up. I'm not going to do that now, but it even starts up. Works fine. The other one, nothing happens. Also, nothing happens. So yeah, probably the battery is dead. probably they connected some electrical stuff to that battery that was, yeah, killing the battery. So yeah, that's another project for the list. Something else we're working at before we leave is the bilge pump and stuff like that. There are big bilge pumps in here. There's 2 in here. Here on the port side, they are working. There's even a control panel. They're on auto, on manual. There's alarms on there. So that is working. That is nice. If we go to the starboard side though, like nothing happens once we press the buttons. The whole starboard side seems to be kind of powerless. Like every button I touch, these work. Like the lights work. They're bright. But these don't work. Lots of stuff on this side doesn't seem to work. Most of these lights on the sides, they don't really work. There seems to be, well, some of them are water damaged. I think some of these hatches have been leaking into. There's a channel here that where the wire goes through. Has been leaking in there and yeah, ruined the lights, ruined the cables. So that's something that we need to look into. Here are some more cables for the side lights, and yeah, I think this hatch has been leaking in there because once I took the light off, there was actually water coming out, and the foam still feels like a little bit wet inside, and the cables, they have like they're green, so yeah, there's definitely been seawater inside of there. And it's the same on this side, these lights. And yeah, there's like a channel that goes all the way along here where the cable runs through, and it goes into all the different parts of the boat. So that's something we'll need to change. Probably we're gonna do overhead lighting. I'm looking at like putting in some nice LED strips, and we're gonna probably do smart lighting, so we control the colors and everything on the whole boat. That would be a really nice project. Yeah, another light that tells a story. Well, these are not really the connectors you want to use on a boat. You can see the water, the green from it, so yeah, also water damaged. Also not working. So as you can see, there's more than enough to do. It's a bigger boat, there are bigger problems and there's more problems. Definitely the engines need some work. Well, we need to have 2 engines working, otherwise we can't even leave here. Yeah, figuring out the electrics. We also found out like it almost never rains here, but we had about 4 days of rain and almost all the hatches leak. Well, at least like more than 50%, so that's definitely a project for the future as well. We don't need that fixed before we leave because it doesn't really rain here often, but also when we're sailing there will probably be leaking a little bit, so we need some taping, we need some temporary fixes before we permanently fix that. So yeah, we got a lot of work ahead of us, and there will be many videos just figuring out stuff, rebuilding stuff, putting in new stuff, and yeah, I just keep on ordering stuff. Every time I go past something, I see something that I need, I'm ordering new stuff because we need everything loaded onto the boat before we head to Mexico. So yeah, glad to have all you guys following along. I've already been having so much good context from these videos. I even found the previous owner of this boat, not the one I bought it from, but their previous owners before that. They had the boat from 2004 till 2021. They even have some videos on YouTube if you look at Ocean Cat 49. So I came into contact with those. That gave me a lot more information about this specific boat. I came in contact with someone else that's refitting one that was crashed during Hurricane Irma. Someone else told me that he even knew the guy that owned the boat, that these molds were probably splashed off, like they were copied from. So yeah, there's a lot of history coming up about this boat, and once I have more of the storyline clear about these boats, I will also make a video about that, about what boat I actually bought and what is the history behind these boats, because I'm still figuring out that as well. So I hope to see you guys next week.